And welcome back to the Deprived Gamers Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, John, also known as John B. the Tank.
Good evening, guys. My name is Matt, also known as Thackum.
And I'm Justine, also known as Lucky Shot J.
And today we do have a little bit of news to go over. Not too much has happened in the last week. April Fool's Day, a lot of stupid April Fool's jokes went out there, like IGN's Titanfall thing, Google doing their Pokemon thing. But really, I don't want to get too much into that because all those people are assholes, and we're going to move on to real news. So the first bit of real news I want to cover is actually something that came out today from Microsoft, that YouTube is now going to allow people to upload to YouTube from the Upload Studio in Xbox.
Yes. Now, have they released all the details on that yet, John?
Not really. Like I said, today's the first we've heard of it, and it comes out tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So there's really not too much in the word of, this is how it's going to function. Here's a video showing you how to use it. So we'll get all of that, I'm sure, tomorrow with the release.
It'd be really cool, especially for people who are YouTube partners, to be able to do live broadcasts or even types of gameplay videos and be able to send them straight up to YouTube. I think that's going to be a very valuable asset to those people.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could do live broadcasts straight to it, because then just save it to your YouTube channel. There you go. YouTube video. Mm-hmm. That way you're not stuck with a 30-second, upload this clip, But really, that's all about that. But there is one more thing I want to talk about Xbox. Not for, like I said, very little news today. You and me were just reading about something that Microsoft's still looking into trying to emulate games on the Xbox One.
It's really interesting because I remember when both consoles first came out, they were very steadfast about the fact that these consoles would not be backwards compatible. And not just because they didn't want them to be, but because the actual architecture of the chipset is different. And they said it physically wasn't possible.
Right.
And now we're starting to see them come forward and say, you know what, it may be possible in the future. But here's the question, though. If that happens, it's going to have to be run on an emulator on top of the OS.
Right.
Is that something that's going to deteriorate the quality of the game? Or is that something that we're able to play on Xbox One, so let's do it?
Well, you're not going to really deteriorate the quality of the game if you think about it. A game from 360 was 7 to 8 gigs, and a game from Xbox One of maybe the same game is about twice the size. Now, if you think about it, you're not looking at the size for hard drive space, but you're looking at the amount of data it has to read. Mm-hmm. Now, it's not going to have to read or process as much data because the games were meant for a console that was maybe a quarter of the power. With the Xbox One running these games, the only issue I could see us running into is the fact that it's going to have to stream these games over your internet service, and if you don't have a decent internet service, it's not going to work.
Now, there's a lot of different ways thrown around how this could actually happen, and the one that I continually keep going back to is the fact that in order for this to be the most streamlined, like you said, it does have to be streamed, and the only way Microsoft can do that is by using their Azure cloud service.
Right.
And then it comes to a whole new question of, is this service going to be able to provide the streaming on their end, the bandwidth to be able to process this for the entire world? And two, are the actual consumers going to be able to have that same bandwidth on their end?
Well, if you think about it, we did see how many servers they've added to their system when E3 passed around, and they talked about their cloud service and how many servers they have now around the world. So that shouldn't really be a problem to them. What will be a problem is, like I was just saying, the fact that we may not be able to have the bandwidth to play a game like Halo 4 on the Xbox One. Probably not going to work very well.
But that's just what I'm getting into, though. As somebody who's an average consumer, you need to be able to tailor these games to be able to be played on an average home network.
Right.
And whether that means, unfortunately, compressing it, so that way it'll be able to get downloaded better and have enough on the system to be able to play off of, kind of like a cached game.
Right. Like pre-download to play?
Something like that.
Well, if that's the case, why not let us download it and then play it through the emulator?
That's the question I'm trying to get to. But it seems that the whole thing preventing it from that in the first place is the architecture on the actual device.
Well, I know that, but it might... I don't know. It's very tough. It's definitely something they're going to be looking into for a while. It's definitely something that would work better, say, if you were a Google Fiber owner over a AT&T Uverse owner.
I can definitely say I can't wait till Google Fiber spreads to my area.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be great. We do have a bit of news in the media center of things when it comes to like TV and movies. Justine, what did you have for us today? For
I'm so excited.
Sons of Anarchy.
I love Sons of Anarchy. And anyone who's seen the last episode of the last season, oh my god. If you haven't, crawl out of your hole. Please watch it. You're missing out.
I know there was one bit of news you were talking about before that I really want to talk about. The fact that Science, bitch, is coming to Sons of Anarchy.
Yes. From the word of Kurt Sutter himself, Aaron Paul may be making a cameo. Not so much a cameo. He may be a permanent, well, for the last season, person as, who'd have thunk it, Jax's long-lost brother, which I think is a little bit of a stretch because he... I think so much drama goes on in this show. If you don't watch it, I can't even say anything without there being a spoiler, and I keep getting dirty looks from Matt about spoilers, so I'm just going to stop. But you need to watch it, all I'm going to say.
I don't know, if any more missing, like, brothers or sisters show up, I'm going to say Jackson's dad was a freaking man whore. Like, that man got around.
We kind of knew that, though.
Long-lost sister in freaking Ireland. And where's this guy going to come from? He's probably going to be from, like, Florida or
I
New York.
I don't know. But he's very excited about it. I mean, Kurt Sutter is very excited about it. Also, he's announced that he's announced other people that are coming back from the previous seasons, which include the characters of Wendy, Nero, Charles Borowski, which was the cop in... where was he from? Oh, I need to watch it again. He was the old cop who's not a cop anymore, but now he pretty much runs the freaking city. I'll get back to you on that. I have to watch it again. And Colette and Tyne Patterson, I forgot who that was. I need to watch it again. I'm such a terrible fan. Also, there's a new psychological twist on Jackson. He's supposed to be like, I can't even... So much is going on that, again, if I say anything, it's going to be a spoiler. All I'm saying is you need to watch it. All except for the last season are on Netflix, if you have Netflix. I live on Netflix.
And the rest is available on Amazon Video, Xbox Video.
Yes, it is.
And PlayStation Store.
Catch up. I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah.
And the exact date has not come out yet, but as always, it's going to come out in September. So pay attention. So excited.
So Matt has a bit of news he wants to talk about, which just represents one thing to me. But if you want to go ahead with that.
So there's been tons of money going into what a new generation is calling esports, right?
Yes.
And it's the act of just watching MMORPGs or any games that require competition. The most common are going to be things like Warcraft, StarCraft, Dota.
Call of Duty, League of Legends.
Exactly. Along those lines, it's very interesting to see that the tickets to the International Dota 2 Championships sold out in under an hour. And what that means for the general public or anybody who's not a part of this is that 10,000 of these tickets, they're gone. They sold out extremely fast.
Wait, how many?
10,000 tickets.
That's not as many as I think, actually.
Now, here's the thing, though. These tickets are now being posted on eBay for up to $450, and that's just for general admission.
Sounds like ultra tickets.
That sounds ridiculous. I don't know. Not a lot of people know this about me. I'm not a big MOBA fan. MOBA meaning games like Dota, League of Legends, those top-down, tower defense type games. I really don't like those. But not judging this off of those, I think this is stupid in the sense that people are selling these things for $400.
Well, that's just, John, when these first went on sale for general admission from the actual company that put this on, tickets for general admission were $99.
That's it?
But people are turning this around. They're selling them for almost $500. Not only that, VIP access, which is also sold out, sold initially for $499, and we haven't seen too many tickets come up on that on eBay.
$499 for a ticket?
Yes, sir.
Who the fuck pays $499 to watch people play a top-down point-and-click fucking PC game?
So, all this is going to be taking place in Seattle's Key Arena, And, for the price of this ticket, you're actually getting about 6 days of viewing and of networking with these people.
6 days.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't last 6 minutes watching people play those kind of games. But that's just me. Again, no personal preference. I think that's stupid. I wouldn't pay $499 to watch people play Halo for 6 days. That's just me, though. Okay. So, going on from that, we did have a little thing we read earlier about a little game that's come out within the last, I want to say, week or so. Goat Simulator.
Yes. Now, granted, it took me a little bit to wrap my mind around this game, and I remember coming to you and I'm like, why is this game all of a sudden getting so big?
You know why? Because it's stupid fun, and people like stupid
Sounds like Flappy Bird or
No,
Splashing
not really.
Fish. Yes, it was mindless. I couldn't get past the second
honestly,
fight. Come
I
on.
think that Goat Simulator, though, does take it to a whole nother level.
A little bit. When you can turn into a demonic goat and fling people across the map and climb a ladder and use like a sticky tongue to stick to a car driving around in a circle, it gets a little out there.
Bad.
Now, what's interesting about this is they did come out with an update. Multiplayer is coming.
They did. That was the thing I actually wanted to talk about. They're bringing multiplayer to this game. First of all, this game's what, $10 on Steam?
I believe so, yes.
You should buy it because your computer can probably run it, and it looks like a ton of fun. I personally have not got my hands on it yet. I really, really want to though, and it looks like it'd be a lot of fun, and definitely looks like it's worth their $10.
Mm-hmm.
So there was movie came out last week. I haven't had a chance to see it yet. I don't know when you guys are planning on seeing it. The new Captain America.
You know, a lot of people have been talking about this movie.
I keep hearing it's like the greatest of the Marvel movies so far. That it really takes a twist to the universe that's going to switch up the TV show a bit and future Marvel movies,
mm-hmm.
and really take a big hit in the story.
And you know what's interesting about that, since we're speaking on the subject, I just learned about this. Did you know Marvel actually has movies planned through 2028?
Holy shit.
You know, I don't know if that's a cash cow being born or if that's just...
No, that's a cash cow being born, beaten with a dead stick, thrown into the river, and then dragged by a boat.
You know, it's just like, we're looking at over the next decade of movies.
Oh, yeah.
And
Easy. And they were releasing at least a movie every year at the rate they're going.
Mm-hmm.
At least. If not two. They're releasing some years 2 movies. This year they released Captain America and they're releasing Guardians of the Galaxy at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are they making movies for? They're going to start running out of heroes. I know they're making some for Ant-Man. They're making some for Captain Marvel. They're making...
And, you know, there's a lot of talks about Green Lantern.
That's not Marvel.
Oh, you know what?
You dipshit. That's DC.
Really? That's
DC.
your favorite character? Really? That's your favorite superhero?
You are a special person. Alright, so that's DC. We're going to get to that later. That's Justice League and all that kind of crap. That will lead into that somehow. We'll try to, at least. That was kind of an epic fail. It's going to be a little hard. It's got a slippery slope now. We're trying to go uphill. There's a lot of heroes in the Marvel Universe. Not so many that people have heard of. Guardians of the Galaxy is an example. Not a lot of people have heard of Guardians of the Galaxy. The movie looks pretty good, though. I personally had never heard of it until I heard about the movie being made.
Now, here's the question. If we're looking at movies through 2028, you know, I either see this as a chance for Marvel to bring up those lesser-known heroes, or to see the opposing sides.
What, make movies about the villains?
Imagine a Bane movie.
That's also DC.
Yeah. Smart.
Stop it!
I'm off my game today.
You were off your game for your life, and you have just ruined it for everyone. So, going back to the Marvel thing, Sony or Fox is going to be doing something similar, whereas they announced they're working on a Venom movie for Marvel.
Really?
Yes.
Cool.
That's centered around Venom.
I like when they do that. I like when they do like the villain side. I like that.
Well, like what's that movie coming out? Sleeping Beauty, Maleficent. That's
I'm
from the
so
bad guy
excited.
side.
So excited.
I like when they do that kind of stuff.
I do too. I liked
I like when they tell alternate points of view of the same story to kind of tell you also the stuff that you didn't see.
Yeah,
Because
like Wizard of
sometimes you'll
Oz
see
and
a
Wicked.
character for like 20 minutes throughout a movie, but this
Yeah.
whole thing was happening with them at the same time. It's a great movie.
Like if anyone saw Wicked, we got to see that. What was that? 2 years ago, and that was awesome. I mean, I've only seen Wizard of Oz once, but I watched it twice since then. It was awesome.
Never saw Wicked. I heard it was pretty good though.
It was
a very good
great.
show.
It was awesome production, and then the storyline was really, really sweet. I liked it.
Well, I know there's one show. The two of you don't watch it, but I'm excited to get home and watch it because I recorded it last night to watch. Game of Thrones came back last
Yeah,
night.
I know. I keep
You
hearing that I
guys
need to
watch
watch
this
it.
freaking
Let
show.
me get through all the shows I'm watching now. I'm watching like 5 shows at one time. We're starting Dexter when he's done with Grey's Anatomy.
You guys have really got to catch up on that show.
I know. I
That
started
show
watching
is
it at my sister's house, and I watched
Dexter?
the first episode, and I'm completely hooked. Me and my
Dexter-
nephew were sitting there watching it, and he starts giggling. I'm like, you're gonna be a psychopath, all I'm
You're
saying.
gonna blow through this entire show in about a month.
Ugh.
You'll blow through all of Dexter.
Yay.
Because you're just gonna get to an episode after an episode after an episode.
Well,
cliffhanger.
He needs to
cliffhanger.
he needs to finish Grey's Anatomy, and I'm watching House.
You got
for
him
the
watching
15th
Grey's
time.
Anatomy?
Yes. No, he has got himself
She's
watching
got me
Grey's.
watching
No,
Grey's
no, 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 no. He watched it with me, and then he got hooked. He watches it on his own. Don't let him lie to you.
So how's the show about sex doctors?
Hey, it is horrible. There is more medicine than you even.
There's
Oh, there's a lot.
Sex
He's
than we
lear-
even know.
He's learned a lot. Don't let him lie.
He's giving you a lot of bad medicine.
I'm
huh?
qualified to be a doctor now.
No, you are not. Don't say that.
Are
He
you?
said that. He said that to a doctor, and he almost slapped him. To an actual surgeon, he almost slapped him.
See, I wouldn't be laughing as much if you watch something like House.
Oh,
Like
I love
Grey's
House.
Anatomy. House is a great show.
House is awesome.
Um,
You do learn a lot from House too,
You do, even though a lot of it's made up.
but it's not. I read somewhere that most of it is like what's actually
No, no, no,
happened.
yeah, a
They just
lot of
put
it.
the Hollywood
Yeah,
twist
a
on it.
lot of it is, Hollywood twist and stuff like that, but it's real sicknesses. And
Yeah,
stuff
it
like
is.
that.
Like those are real illnesses. They don't just make it up for the show.
The one thing that I really got on House for is until like the 4th or 5th season, they didn't lose a single patient on that show. It was kind of weird.
Yeah. Actually,
There are a couple
right.
shows that do weird things. There's House with that. There's Sons of Anarchy with the
Ugh.
fact that everyone hates each other to the point they're going to kill each other, and then they love each other, and then they die. And then shows like CSI Miami, where every episode was, this was no boating accident.
He just made the motion to put sunglasses to his face.
Yeah, and that's
You're
exactly
a
what happens
dork.
at the
Oh my
beginning
God.
of every
And
episode.
it does. It
Mhm.
does. But
But a lot
you
of
don't
people
have
their
to
own
do
little
it.
cliche things like that.
you are
Like
a
with Dexter,
cliche.
you're gonna learn that has its own thing to it too.
To what?
To Dexter,
Oh, yeah.
he has his own little.
I've gathered that just from the first episode. Oh, I'm excited.
the whole thinking to himself and the dark side of his
I
mind
like
and
that
everything.
though. I like
that.
when it's like
It's like
first person, like you hear what they're
self-narrating.
thinking. I like
Right.
the self-narrative.
That's like
narration.
House of Cards, which is another great show. You guys should check it out.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
You would love it.
I
You
don't
guys
watch
have
TV. I watch Netflix.
It's
and
on Netflix. It's a Netflix
I'm
series.
working on it.
Netflix.
I have to watch
don't
Sons of
TV.
Anarchy again
I
now.
watch Netflix, even though
Well-
the show is only on Netflix.
Oh, it is?
House of Cards is a Netflix show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's Netflix exclusive.
Oh.
They released the whole season at a time.
Shows how much I pay attention. Hey, I go in for what I need, and then I
When you get a chance, though, you should
Go
definitely watch it.
comatose.
You guys would love House of Cards. And I love
Probably
the fact
would.
that there's times where he'll be walking and he'll break the third wall, where he just starts narrating what he's talking about. Just goes back to it. It's great. I
I
love
like
that show.
those.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You've got me hooked now.
Do we have anything else news-wise to talk about this week? No? Yes? Maybe so?
No, I think we're good.
I think that's about it. Oh! One thing I did want to say. We might have an Oculus Rift sooner than I thought. Because I was looking on eBay, and people do have the old kits that are still working fine. Found one guy who still looks like it was untouched in his box, and he's like, yeah, I bought this thing, and my computer can't work it. So, luckily, me and George have supercomputers that will run this thing. So, I am going to get it, and he only wants like $200 for it. So, I'm going to have him send me pictures of the thing, open it in the box, and look at everything, make sure it's all good. And then, hopefully we can get on that and have that soon, and try to get some videos, play some Dread Halls.
Ugh, please don't.
They're
They're gonna make me do it. No, I don't want to do it. I hate scary stuff. Ugh. I didn't like Dread Halls. Like
We're
it was
totally-
good just for like his reactions.
We're 100% going to make you do it. and it's going to be hilarious.
No, it's not.
It's going to be
No, it's
hilarious.
not. No, it's not.
All right. I think that's about it, guys. Thanks again for joining us. We will have more news soon about our YouTube channel. We do have the episodes going up on there now. So you guys, if you guys are listening on YouTube and you've just discovered us, welcome to the show. And for all those who maybe want to go watch us on YouTube, go for it. Give us a like, drop a comment, let us know what you guys think and how we can improve. And we'll be touching base with you guys hopefully back on there as well. So thanks for joining us again. I'm John.
And I'm Justine.
And I'm Matt, and like always, stay sleepy, game on.
Deprived.